well with
Puck.
Okay, Puck.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna say Puck because I wanted Puck or Quap because big burst damage behind the Legion commander.
Yep.
And Puck works better against Pango because of coil, but it also works better with Io, I think, because you have that nice coil into, okay, they're stuck here. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Relocating.
I will say that the Pango versus Puck matchup changes once you get shard, though, considerably, and then it becomes Puck's nightmare to try to catch a Pango.
Yeah, it's definitely a matchup where you need to be able to win the first 20 minutes of the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
I still want to see damage though. I don't think Puck gives you enough damage to win duel.
Yes. Quap gives you like overwhelming damage. Puck is just like, okay, it's good, but you probably need a little bit more.
You want either, what do you want, to support with damage, like a Grimstroke, or a carry here that like brings...
Could be a support like Grim or Lion. It could be Snapfire.
Snapfire.
That's also, this is all sustained damage that I don't really like. Like they don't have that like punch you in and out type like pick off with Legion that
What if
you
you
like.
go for Scatterblast build? Isn't that like...
Nah,
like
it's not
600
enough.
damage?
It's like LC is like, you pick something like Lion Finger or Skyroth
Okay,
ult,
okay.
Quap ult. These heroes where like you blink in, you duel, bam, they're dead, and then you get out. They just don't have that right now. So if CIS rejects like abuse that in any way, I think I pick Wraith King here, and I think it's fantastic. I don't know what Fantastic 5 we're gonna do against Wraith King. TA is also decent.
Yeah, TA is pretty good, right? Good matchup versus Puck if you happen to want to do that. And it is one of those like durable anti-burst carries.
Yes.
So Refraction.
But then see here, if they would have picked any other burst, it would have been the same issue against TA, though, right? Refraction would just...
Yeah, anything like reasonably durable is just gonna make Fantastic 5's game plan here really hard. Cause I don't know. And especially you get a BKB, like, what are they gonna do to you?
TA probably does better in lane as well against Legion Commander, because I know Wraith Kings can suffer in that matchup. Low armor and skeletons don't do anything to Legion. If anything, they only hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he can go jungle, and so can TA, so it's nice.
Yeah. And TA Weaver's the minus armor strat with Pango, that gives you rush potential as well, so that's nice.
Yeah. They have a lot of Roche.
Yeah.
They're going to do Roche pretty early, actually. I mean, Fantastic 5 have a really good ability to fight it. I've seen a lot of teams go, like, clearly they want a Roche, and then enemies like, well, we didn't draft a contest. At least with this, they can do their coil, kisses, combo. It's pretty nice to fight around the Roche pit.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So here for the last pick, Fantastic 5, do you... Like, because the ban from Rechecks is like, you're trying to counter my strategy, right? Like, he's not the big damage or an IO hero. So what do you try to go for, the core-to-core matchup, or do you try to complement your IO more?
I think it needs to be something that's relatively self-sufficient and has a good core-to-core matchup.
Okay. So the IO is not as important here as a partner.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit important. I think right now, Fantastic 5 don't have a draft idea. Like, they have the idea of pick off with IO. They also have the idea of buffing up a core with IO plus Legion save.
Sure.
But they haven't got their final piece of the puzzle that makes those heroes good. And I'm looking for that from Fantastic 5. Meanwhile, CIS rejects, I look at them, I'm like, okay, well, I can see what they're doing. Fast tempo, do Roche, good team fight, go end. You know, TA is going to be the core pinnacle of this draft. She's the carry, she's going to be the farmer, she's going to do the ancients, and then like they'll just go with her.
Interesting that Fantastic 5, I think it's TA mid, which is not... I mean, it's a depressed kid hero, so maybe that's the idea, but like, she hasn't not been played mid at all these days. She's almost exclusively a carry.
Yeah.
Which is wild to say that, by the way. I can't believe that I'm saying that now.
I think they think it's mid just because of the matchup against Puck, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know what else you're going to pick mid that's going to have better matchup than TA.
Did you experience that when TA was first being experimented in safe lane in pubs? It was so annoying because the hot thing, when you didn't know about it, was the double meld hit. Where the TA would just meld in front of your tower and you walk out to laners that off lane and all of a sudden, BAM! BAM! And you're just like, oh, my lane's lost. It's done.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing that some mid laners would do. There was, Chris was teaching me that, like, he would go actual 2 points of meld as TA against any melee heroes in mid, right? And he's like, yeah, people are so stupid. They just walk into me and I destroy them. And I was like, yeah, this is a genius. This works every time. It was very smart.
All right, well, there's your IO pairing with Luna.
And that's the right thing you asked for.
King.
So this TA mid. Depressed kid, click on it so fast, just in case Ramsey's even considered the idea of picking TA carry.
Yeah, Luna, like Luna fulfills what I wanted from their draft. It is the death bully or whatever. We're gonna run at you with our IO Luna, and they're gonna be really strong, and they're gonna hit their timing faster than your average Luna.
Right.
CIS rejects. I mean, they can do Roche faster than Fantastic Five, I think. So it's just you need to make sure you're aware of that on Fantastic Five, and you're playing around and keeping vision on the pit, and don't give it away for free.
But are we seeing an improvement from this draft? I would say yes, right?
Yes,
From last game.
100%. I like it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I think it can win the game. Ultimately, TA for me is the biggest. It's the game winner for CIS rejects.
Can win the game. It can win the game.
Yeah. They
It can win the game. It's possible. Let's have faith. Let's see what happens. Will we get a game 3? We're gonna have to find out as we go over to Robnroll and Wingblade to cast this encounter.
Yes, we're being told it is winnable here, Wingblade, but let's put the Wingblade seal of approval on this. You know, how possible is it that they win this game?
I think they have a good shot. This draft looks a lot better than last game, in my opinion. They have some nice tempo with the IO Legion. They have a carry that has a decent matchup. It's not great, but it's better than last game. And they just have a lot more kill potential, I think.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about kill potential, looking at CIS Reject's team, to me, the Weaver and the Templar Assassin, I'm just seeing, like, these two heroes roaming around. In my mind, you're roaming around looking for kills straight off the bat, like 10, 15 minutes into it. And they're going to be, to me, the two mobile heroes, I think, from CIS Rejects that look to get the pick, look to get the kills. How are Fantastic Five going to be able to, you know, what's the plan to deal with this in this game?
I think the plan to deal with this is going to be aggression if they execute it well. You don't want to constantly be reacting to a Weaver and a Pango and a TA running at you. You want to make sure that you get the initiations that you want. So jump in with the puck, get those duels, and make sure that there is a lot of tempo so Luna actually has the time to farm up properly.
Yeah, just speaking about initiation, Pasha came across 3-4 heroes the bottom rune area and the dire side. Just has to get that swashbuckle away to keep himself alive. And it looks like even Depresskid moving himself down closer towards that river. Needs to be careful though, because it looks like there might be a wraparound as that ward down. So going to be able to play it safe over the other side of the river. And the tower shot's even coming through here. So Realm, they're going to know that there's a ward down. Are they going to be able to de-ward this one? Because IO does have the sentries here. It looks like on the other side of the map though, they're going to be able to do a little bit of damage towards Supernova. And we've talked about this combo in the offlane before with the Legion Commander. Let's see. Let's just see if they can secure this room. Pasha does come through. Again, has that swashbuckle, but looks like the Lucent being picked up at level 1. So it is going to be the 2 for 2.
Is it not? Ooh, looks like it's just going to be Luna IO. That's a classic combination as well.
Just looking at, because Dayra moving over to the off lane. What do you think the build for the snap bar is going to be to get aggressive onto this Wraith King? Is it going to be the Scatter Blast for the slow? Do you think he goes for Little Shredder for the minus armor so else he can do more, you know, right click damage? You know, what's the idea behind this lane?
I think you kind of want to have Scatter Blast just to deal with the skeletons as well. Let's see. Of course, Little Shredder is really nice for taking Roche later on and objectives, but in lane I think Scatter Blast is better here.
Okay, well, we'll see how this is going to play out. Bottom lane as well, they already get the kill onto FNG. Just look at the damage coming through as well from it was just Lucent Beams. Lucent Beams are right clicks. And FNG, he just had no chance because he died right underneath, or just in front of the tier 1 tower as well. So a lot of pressure coming out on this lane here from Fantastic Five in the safe lane for them.
Yeah, I don't think the Pango Weaver, or the Pango Disruptor lane is gonna have a lot of fun against IO Luna. It's just too much damage, mobility, and efficiency in trading as well. Like you cannot out-harass this.
Yeah, I was going to ask actually, what's the plan for this off lane? Is it just experience soak, and then once the Rolling Thunder comes out, you know, the Kinetic Field Static Storm combo, do they just kind of play passive until then?
Yeah. There is maybe some kill potential if the IO completely messes up, but an ideal scenario for the rejects here would just be Pasha getting a little bit of farm and XP.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna win the lane, there is no chance.
Okay, speaking about winning a lane, mid lane, Puck is putting a lot of pressure onto the Prescott. In fact, the Prescott is going to be chased down. The refraction charges do come out, so it looks like the Puck is going to be able to do the damage here. Nah, no orb to throw out there, or no line of sight onto the Prescott to see where they could get the pick off here. And both heroes just going to be able to get those water runes, get themselves back to a decent amount of health, a decent amount of mana, and start the trades all over again. Top lane. They get the kill onto Roger. And Roger coming out way too far. The cookie as well as the scatter blast. So a lot of damage just from these two heroes. Again, the overwhelming odds doing the damage. And it was just a really nice catch out here. But have they gone a little bit too far here? Ramses might want to try and do what damage he can to Supernova. Supernova trying to get these camps off the neutrals as well as the dire creeps. As it looks like Ramses and Supernova just going to try and trade. And now the swarms has come through. Do they have the damage to take down Supernova? Supernova could try and get himself away from this. But the scatter blast, Supernova's going to be taking a lot of damage to follow through from Ramses. Not going to be there. An FNG, FNG's on the bottom lane. It was Roger that had to move himself away from that.
And everyone is constantly low. I feel so bad for our observer.
Yeah,
we need like 600 APM observing.
The cookie comes out. I think they're about to go into Ramses once again. Well, the Wraith Fire Blast onto the Legion Commander top lane. Roger moving in just as a little bit of protection, but it looks like Ramses should be able to get himself back towards that tier 1 tower. He's going to be... The salve comes out, so again, mostly dead, not completely dead. As bottom lane, did he want to actually try and go? There's going to be the Thunderstrike onto Realm. Realm's going to try and chase up. Shield Crash though. It looks like they're going to be able to push back onto the Io Luna combination. FNG going to be taking a lot of damage. There's going to be the overcharge coming through now as well. Kinetic Field going to be used. FNG trying to break this vision. Lucent Beam does come through. Realm, one more right click. It should be enough. He can get the vision. Yeah, he does get the kill now. Shield Crash comes out, so they're going to try and look for the trade, or at least Pasha's going to look for the trade. Swashbuckle does claim the kill, and Pasha now able to move himself back towards the tier 1 tower. Top lane, do they have the damage with the Wraith Fire Blast onto Supernova? Supernova's going to get really darn low. The cookie comes out, trying to save his life. No fall with that Sakuchi. Was on cooldown. So not able to catch up with that cookied up Supernova. Okay, the salve.
Supernova doesn't have any points in Presti attack yet, and that is costing him a little bit here, but he finally hits level 4. Gets that little bit of healing on the board if he wants it. Could even put another, yeah, just puts another point into the passive. So he really wants to just be running at people.
Yeah, they're just going to get really aggressive up against... I think that's Fantastic Five's game plan. I think that's what the panel were talking about as well. That CIS, they have that Roche taking potential, but if Fantastic Five just start to move around, you'll start to get aggressive. And even Deprescott in the mid lane, going to be taking a lot of damage coming through from Marine. Marine, does he want to go any further onto this? The refraction charges are up, so 4 defensive ones. And again, top lane, Dara getting chased away from the lane. It is madness everywhere at the minute. They might even be able to turn this one around in the mid lane. Marine's going to be taking a lot of damage. There's going to be the rotation through from FNG as well. Does Deprescott want to chase onto this? Marine has those bottle charges. Be able to phase shift off now as well. The Dream Coil does come out onto the Templar, Assassin Templar, while the refractions do fade, but the Thunder Strikes onto Marine. He dodges off the orb now as well. So they're going to be able to do the damage. Will it be enough for the trade? No, Deprescott with about 20 health does survive through not even taking the damage from the catapult or the creeps. So really nice pickup there from the side of CIS Rejects.
You could see the panic for Marine when he missed his orb. He was like, oh, I'm in trouble. And then a single Psyblade came out as well. He was like, wait, I can actually die here. Frick.
Speaking about dying, the rotation from Dayra's got himself the haste rune. Is there any kill potential on this? The Wraith Fire Blast actually comes out onto Supernova. And Ramses, the cookie, he was facing the wrong way.
Nice 180 cookie.
Though. Okay. Just, again, just trying to keep an eye on all 3 lanes at once. Top lane, Supernova.
Even.
Do they have the damage? Ramses gets the kill. Farms the bones. I thought he was away when the cookie came out, but tried to re-engage there and pays with his life. Bottom lane,
ooh,
once again, Pasha being chased down. Was that Lucent Beam? 2 seconds away. Swashbuckle is there if he needs to get himself away, but the right clicks, it still connects from Realm. There was no dislocating that right click, and Realm picks up not an easy kill, but still a really decent kill up against Pasha. 4 for 3 at 7 minutes in, so we're going to go for a kill a minute. Speaking of kill a minutes, Roger going to try and get the chase down onto Dayra. Where's that swarm to come out? 5 seconds away. He might be able to get the right click damage, but there's going to be the cookie. So Dayra, if he can get himself over the cliff, should be able to play this one safe, but does it actually go that way? Now that Sakuchi is up with the swarm, does Roger want to try and dive onto this?
Nah, he doesn't have the damage on his own, and it's 170 mana. He wants to use a Sakuchi in this one. That's a lot of mana.
The bottom lane, Rolling Thunder's going to come through. IO is going to try and dodge it off for those fancy footworks, but is it going to be enough? Yeah, Tether away. Rolling Thunder, though, still going to carry on going. The shield crash as well, the damage onto the IO. If you have enough right-click damage with this Rolling Thunder now wearing off, the Lucent Beam does come through, and it looks like they want to try and step up onto this, a swashbuckle away, but Pasha should be fine.
That's the Thunder down. 1 minute, no aggression allowed for Pango.
Yeah, and top of the river now as well. Roger got the chase onto Dara. The swarm will be coming through. Sakuchi in 1 second if he wants to carry on chasing. The Scatterblast of the trap even going to be able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, with that Sakuchi, the cookie away, it's not going to be enough. Well, Dara denies that regen rune.
Not expecting that trap.
I think
He was getting ready to outplay Roger, and then the trap came out, and he was like, never mind. Francis level 7.
Wraithfire blasts, and he could be able to step up underneath the tier 1 tower, up onto Supernova. Supernova taking a lot of damage. The duel comes out. Ramses, he doesn't even care. He can see his teammate dying here, and he just goes along with it. Supernova was on such low health as well throughout that duel, and Ramses, well, it wouldn't be a carry if he didn't prioritize the creeps.
I mean, I understand, because the moment he walks into tower range, Maureen just TPs in and coils him, and he didn't have mana for his ulti.
Yeah.
In fact, he doesn't even have a skill point in his ulti, so he would have just straight up died, and with his Midas on the horizon, he doesn't want to take any kind of risk.
Okay, well, we'll let him off this time then, I guess.
Also, you don't want to save your supports. They fucked up. They should bear the consequences. Otherwise, they don't learn, Rob.
Yeah, how do you teach them to play better if you don't let them learn from the mistakes? Okay, I get that.
Like, we're 1 game ahead. Time to teach them a lesson.
So, looking at Ramses here, he's got himself, like you say, he's going to get that Hand of Midas coming out. And is it going to be the armlet? Because he's got the Helmet of Iron Will. Is it the armlet next for Ramses?
Yeah, I think so. On an offlaner, you sometimes get a casual Helm of Iron Will just for like the armor and the regen and the ability to stay on lane, but on a carry it would be highly inefficient, especially for Wraith King, who's like one of the best armlet carriers in the game.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to get another quick pause as Depressed Kid still having some issues, and okay, so that's the Wraith King build after the armlet. We've seen some players, some teams go for the Radiance afterwards. Is it? Would you prefer the Blink BKB kind of combo, or are you fine with this Radiance in this game? You know, which way do you think CIS Rejects should be building with Ramses on this Wraith King?
I think in this kind of game, you want to have as much physical damage as you can, so you can just jump in and delete one of the supports.
Yeah.
Radiance is good, but it's not really his purpose this game, I would say. You don't want to be that big tank that just walks in the middle and ignores people, because then Fantastic Five and the mobility of their lineup just kills your entire team. So I think he needs to buy like a Blink and a Deso or whatever and just jump in, kill the IO, for instance, or jump in, kill the Snapfire, even kill the Legion. Just kill someone. Don't just walk around dealing damage. Actually kill people.
Yeah, and looking at both lineups as well, the panel spoke about the Roche time, and when do you think CIS Rejects are going to be looking towards that? Is there a specific item pickup you think they're going to go for, or is there a level timing on this? You know, where is the opening here for CIS Rejects to go towards that Roche?
It's not going to be before the Deso for TA, but afterwards could be at any moment, because they just need Weaver and TA, and together they can take the Roche really fast. So it's kind of hard to predict. I wouldn't expect a traditional Roche where 5 people gather around the pit and they take it, unless Fantastic Five decides to go for like a tier 2 bottom or something, which I think is highly unlikely.
Yeah, probably not. Looking at the LC as well, LC's got the armlet coming through. When does the IO want to move through with the LC once that power spike comes up for Legion Commander, or do you think the IO's here completely stuck to the Luna for the first
I think
15
so,
minutes of
yeah.
this match?
It's more likely that Legion is going to be the setup for the relocate instead of the actual relocate. Because when you go for IO plus Legion, you generally have a hero that can set up your relocates, like something like a Bane or a Disruptor or whatever. But this game here is going to be the setup.
Okay, well, we'll see, because I think that relocate is available as we get ourselves back into the game. In fact, he could look for a rotation here. The Dream Call comes down to Ramses on this top lane. Ramses, he's going to be able to get himself away from this. The duel does come through. The damage will be there. They get the kill. Supernova, that first duel victory on the board now. Is there going to be any follow-up damage from this? Relocate will be coming in, so it's going to be 3-5 heroes coming through from the side of Fantastic 5. As we look to press on Roger. Could be in a little bit of trouble. The cookie comes out and he will be crushed under the weight of that big giant lizard.
There they go. It's a good first rotation. They get a dual win, they get a kill, and they get a tier 1. What else could you want?
Yeah, true. A Wraith King would have been nice. A second kill on the Wraith King, maybe. But that's being greedy, I guess. It does leave IO alone up against Pasha on this bottom lane. Does Pasha have any way to capitalize on this? Does he want to try and roll Thunder through, or is he just happy getting the farm on this bottom lane?
I think he's just gonna be farming for now. He can technically kill the IO, but he would need like 3 rolls, and that is highly unlikely. Because IO has a lot of mobility, and there is a lot of outplay potential with tethering to creeps. So it is possible. If it were a 1v1 game, I would go for it, but Dota tends to be a team game at like higher ratings and in these professional matches, so I wouldn't go for it. And he just TPs back to his Luna.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, Luna going to be able to get some... Is that a triple? It's a triple ancient stack there coming out for him. And how is he looking? Got that Dragon Lance up. Going to be going towards the Yasha as well. Maybe straight into the Manta style. So not an early BKB like Ramses went in that last game. Realm, is this safe on the build-up? Do you think he needs to worry about getting an early BKB at all?
Maybe not as early as last game, but it's still going to be necessary. I think it's going to be after the BKB. I mean, after the Manta.
Yeah. Okay, well, Fantastic 5, they're denying this early game away from CIS Rejects that played so well in this last game. So Realm going to be able to step up onto the tier 1 tower with the IO. Taking that one down. And even, you can see Supernova just moving through the dire jungle here as well. You know, he's not too scared. He's got that armlet. He's got a lot of survivability built in as well. So it looks like Supernova, as Pasha doing the same on the other side of the map, being joined by Depressed Kid as well as FNG. And rotations coming through. Ramses, what's that coming up for him on the courier? It looks like it is going to be the armlet completed now. Near enough.
I love how Wraith King sometimes just kicks someone. Like, I have this massive sword, but now I'm gonna kick you back to where you belong.
It's like the Beastmaster does it as well, right? He has his 2 axes, and every so often he'll just kick someone. Yeah. But Wraith King actually opting for the phase boots before the armlet, so it will be the armlet coming out afterwards. FNG though needs to be careful here. Looks like he's going to be able to get a courier. Yeah, okay. Just a courier for free.
Right, pretty nice. You don't usually think of Disruptor as a courier sniping hero, but FNG can make anything work.
Speaking about making it work, do they try and move around onto the puck? Because the puck looks like he's just pushing out lanes. Okay. Press Kid, he's just having issues today with the internet. Hopefully it won't be too long this time.
I mean, I would honestly be a depressed kid as well if my internet was this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it now.
He's not having a great time. It's not fun for him.
It's not fun for us either.
True, true. It just means we get extra time to talk about how the game's going. And after the way the game started, where what, a kill a minute, straight back in. Yeah, kill a minute. We could do with just a little breather, not a massive breather, just a little breather.
Yeah, it's a matter of time before Depressed Kid gets his blink, and same for Ramses, and they're gonna start going ham.
Yeah, and like I said, going back to just before the pause, looking at FNG, he's got himself the Kinetic Storm combo if he wants to use it. Is this where CIS Rejects want to get aggressive, or do they want to try and use it defensively in these fights, like trying to get an objective like the Roche?
I think the answer is always aggression.
Yeah. So you're one of those a good defense is a good offense kind of guys?
I mean, in this game where it's not so clear-cut which team is stronger in the late game, I think you wanna like set the tempo yourself instead of playing reactionary Dota.
Yeah. And Templar's got the blink. Just looking at top lane though, are they going to try and go through, because there was a press the attack, but no duel to follow up there from Supernova, who has a blink dagger of his own, so there is going to be some good engagement tools from the side of Fantastic 5.
He has insane dual cast range as well. Both the Keen Optic as well as the level 10 talent. Practically global duel.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to clear off this bottom lane, but it looks like the smoke's going to come through from the side of Fantastic 5 on Dara as well as Marine. What's he got himself here, Perk? He's actually going to be building towards the Witch's Blade and not the Blink Dagger after this urn comes out. How do you like this build here on the Puck?
I think it's okay. It solves some of the damage issues that the draft still has, I think.
Yeah.
Because in fights, I think they're gonna have plenty of damage, but with getting pickoffs, just like a Legion or a Puck is not gonna be enough. So building a few damage items is definitely gonna help them.
Okay, well, the trap gets popped on the Snapfire. I'm hearing a tease of a Rolling Thunder, but it looks like it's going to be a 4-man smoke for the side of CIS Rejects, looking to start taking some map control of their own. Dara's going to be walking up. Was a Rolling Thunder come forward? It's going to be the blink forward from the TA. TA, one more right click. He's going to be slowed down, but should still connect. Will still be able to get the kill onto the Snapfire. No! That's it. He says, I get my one. I'm done. I'm out. I've done my job. Yeah, the Rolling Thunder now has started to connect onto the IO. IO is going to be in a lot of danger here. Has that Swarm been used as well? Yeah, the Swarm comes through onto the IO, so I think even without Depressed Kid, they should still be able to get the kill onto the IO. He does have that tether. Who's close? Luna's not too far away here from Realm. Does he want to try and connect off?
I think he's dead. He can try to go for the full Holy Locket heal.
Yeah.
But with the Swarm ticking down his armor, I don't think it's worth the attempt.
Okay,
Because
well,
even if he does survive, what can they really do without Snapfire? I don't think they want to fight.
we're going to find out. As it looks like the tether comes through, but the Rolling Thunder is going to be able to disrupt that now. And picking up both supports on the side of Fantastic 5. CIS Rejects, did they just make a beeline for Pit? They do. They're going to go straight for the big man himself.
There is no Swarm. And the tier 1 is still up, which means that Snapfire could be there really quickly, but I don't think Roche is gonna live that long.
Supernova's going to try and come in on the back lines. Roger, just the rotation chasing away, and Supernova, yeah, just playing it safe. Doesn't want to overcommit. Trap does go down again, just in case he tries to come forward. But Aegis goes away with the press kid. And a really quick Roshan.
They're gonna find
16 minutes
Supernova.
in. Want to go? The glimpse comes back into the static storm. Kinetic fields up now as well. He's going to try and use the armor to survive, but it's not going to be enough as all 5 heroes, or at least 4 of them, collapse onto this Supernova.
Really nice kill there. CIS Rejects once again leading now. All of a sudden. Of course, the Midas does help on the Wraith King, and of course, Templar Assassin renowned for her ability to find farm anywhere.
Yeah, and if you can't farm the creeps, you'll always be able to farm the heroes with a Blink Dagger and a Desolator. Being able to catch up the supports, it's not a massive task here, especially if you get a +1 with a Kinetic Field maybe, or a Swarm you have to follow up. So there is a lot of kill potential coming out on the side of CIS Rejects.
Yeah, This is such a nice TA game because both of the supports don't really have great defensive capabilities. So anyone you jump kind of just dies. Later in the game it's gonna get more difficult because Io is gonna get a Ghost Scepter and Snapfire may get something like a Glimmer. But yeah, for now, this is such a nice timing for TA. You just jump in and bodies drop to the floor.
I think I heard a song about that once, but you know, I'd have to go back and listen to it. As Prescott back in the game, I think I'm gonna try and make a move onto Ramses or Ramses. Was that vision? Don't actually see the Wraith King. Supernova's close if he wants to blink. It's gonna be the BKB to be picked up after.
Run, FNG, run!
Does he get himself away from this? He's going to be slowed down. Did he have the full kill? Well, there's going to be a good Dream Call there just to keep him locked down, but there was a follow-up to CIS Rejects want to try and turn onto this, as it looks like Puck wants to actually go back in onto Wraith King. Wraith King going to be taking a lot of damage, challenged up now as well, so not going to be able to go in with a Wraith Fire Blast. Just going to be taking those bouncing glaives. Roger on the backline though, he's looking for that swarm, he's looking to make a play. They might even be able to take down the Wraith King once. Wraith King's getting really darn low. The rotation from Prescott on the side as well. It's going to be the overcharge. They'll be able to get themselves away from this because the Rolling Thunder does come through. It looks like Loon's going to be the sole focus of that. Now the backline, so Mortimer kisses to Prescott. That's going to be the duel. It's going to be a dual win as the Aegis will be reclaimed. Can we carry on going here? It looks like they might have the damage. The shield crash does come through, but the stats don't protect the field. It looks like it's only going to be onto the one hero now as well. Supernova on the backlines. He wants to go Rambo here. So, Wraith King, Ramses, he's trying to keep himself alive. He's already used that Reincarnate. He's using the armor, trying to toggle him off, but the damage will be there from the side of Realm. And it looks like Fantastic Five. They got a duel, they got a Wraith King, they got the Aegis out of this. They're not done just yet either. They want to carry on going here. FNG going to be taking a Lucent Beam to the face. Pasha in the trees. Just has to watch out.
I think Ramses could have killed Maureen there inside the Static Stone, but he just walked straight past him.
Yeah, maybe a little
He was
bit
like,
of,
nah, I'm not gonna kill you in mid, I'm gonna kill you at position 5.
What was that about teaching them lessons?
True, true.
But you can see as well that Roger's just going to go straight for the axe after the urn comes out. Another Dream Call onto... Are they going to be able to do the damage onto the Pangolin? Because Pangoli's going to get pretty down low. The orb comes through a Lucent Beam. They do get that kill now. And Realm's on a mega kill streak, just shy of 20 minutes into the game.
He has a casual 4k gold saved up as well, so he's been taking these fights as if they were 4k behind. So now the true power of the Luna is revealed.
Yeah, and it looks like he's actually going to go for the Scardion Realm here as well, just not opting for the BKB. The BKB was there, but like you say, with that extra gold, it is going to be the Scardy for the Luna. Meanwhile, the Illusion's even moving around as well, so Ramses going to have to deal with that. And the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane is being pushed in, and Realm, he's just able to clear off these creeps. Just look at how quickly these are going to go down with these Illusions and the Moonglaives. The tier 2 tower stood no chance.
And that should be his Scotty.
Yeah, does he want this?
Rio? It's gonna get sniped. Or is it? It's not.
No, the haste
Or
comes
is it?
out.
It's not. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
The
you do get the glimpse
suspense.
back onto Realm. The Realm is going to be able to TP away. The shield crash comes out with the Rolling Thunder. So they're able to stun him up. And Realm, can he get himself away? In fact, he might try and turn with the Eclipse, but it's not going to be enough damage. And now Io will be in trouble. So the 4-man rotation coming through from the side of CIS Rejects. They're able to pick up a little bit. I say a little bit. Position 1 and position 5. That's a really nice return from that rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And while this is going on, Ramses even moving down the mid lane. Just towards that tier 2, it is going to be the Radiance that he wants to go for. Okay, well the Dream Call does come through. Do they have the follow-up damage? Was that cookie to follow up? Maybe for some extra stuns. Wraith King does have that reincarnation. So if he gets into too much trouble, the rest of the team, he does have time for them to rotate in and try and save him.
Was
But it
a
looks like
little
he's
bit
just
of
gonna
a
have to TP out.
questionable Dream Coil. Could have been really nice if his Luna was close, because Ramses was in quite an interesting position, to say the least.
Yeah.
But But yeah, there was just no follow-up.
Okay, well, how's it looking for Depresskid here? He's got himself the BKB, the Desolator, as well as the Blink Dagger. He's going to go towards a Daedalus afterwards as well. So that's going to be quite a nice pickup. Roger on his items going... He's got the Axe. That's coming out now for him. So this is going to be a really big pickup for these fights. As it looks like Luna on the top lane, just looking to push this lane out with the help of the IO.
And Aghanim's is so nice against this fantastic foul style where they wanna just jump in, duel a hero and just immediately start fighting 4v5 or 5v4 rather.
Yeah.
Just disrupting that with the Weaver is so powerful.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder from Pasha. Going to be able to make the dive onto the Snapfire on the back line. Snapfire, though, gets himself up onto the cliff. It's going to be the self-out easy. As it looks like Dara, the duel does come through. They're going to be able to get a kill into Dara now as well. So the Rolling Thunder carries on. This might actually be a dual victory here for Ramses. He does get the kill. They're going to be able to go into Realms now as well. Shifting tags with some great focus here. Dara does buy back. He's going to be able to TP himself back to the outpost. No buyback there for the LC. So to get the kill onto Dara once again, that's a dieback here for him. At least Realm should be able to get himself out, even if the puck doesn't. And, well, who actually was the focus of the duel? It was the TA. So TA with a free 20 duel victory damage.
Yeah, and in the past, you used to give the enemy's mid and carries dual damage because you would then return it with Blade Mail and it was all tactical play, but I can't really think of any excuses these days to give enemy mids dual damage. So that is very, very unfortunate for Supernova.
Yeah, and this might be a little bit of micro here from Pasha, even with... Okay, the reconnect comes in, but yeah, so Depresskid, even CIS rejects are sick of him disconnecting. So they say, every time you go away, we'll just micro the hero. It'll be fine, especially after a fight when 4 heroes are dead. You know, there's no real risk of Depresskid being taken down, as Ramses just continues to farm up on this bottom lane. He's got that Radiance out.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. This will do nice golden thread.
What did look? Roshan 15 seconds away now as well.
Potential 15 seconds.
Potentially
Could be another
15
3 minutes as well.
Yeah. With the way this game's going, do you think it is going to be 3 minutes? Because everything now seems to have shifted in CIS Reject's favor. Is it random?
I think it's 1 minute, most likely. That's what my gut instinct is telling me.
It's also what the countdown clock's saying as well. As Fantastic 5, they're just scouting this one out. Smoke is going to be there, so they're going to go for a Fantastic 5-man smoke. FNG gets spotted, the Lucent Beam to the face. FNG is going to be able to get himself away from this, just gets killed off. So that's at least one pickup here from Fantastic 5. Can they carry on going now? The cat is out of the bag. The blink forward, Dream Core comes on to Pasha. Pasha with the roll, he's going to try and go with the roll with them now as well. So the duel comes out, but it's good luck catching him here.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Good
Now
enough
they're going to be able to turn him around. The right click damage coming out from Depresskid. It's so much Supernova. Pops that BKB. They get the stone to Depresskid. Do they have the follow-up damage? Though it looks like the Swarm's going to be there to follow up Depresskid. That's going to be the time lapse coming through onto the Templar Assassin, showing off that axe now. Depresskid trying to run himself away from the right click damage from Realm. Ramses is going to try and join the fight. The Ultimate Kiss is on top of it now as well. So Depresskid will go down at least. I don't think the Static Storm actually caught up. Now the glimpse onto Luna, but CIS Reject's already on the retreat though.
Oh, and this could be a Roche going the way of Fantastic 5. All is not lost for them. This Luna is still very, very strong, and Luna is actually quite a good matchup against TA.
Yeah.
Because with the Manta, you just completely shred through refraction charges.
Yeah, it will be a Roche going the way of Fantastic 5 with no contest. Who picks up the shard? Was that the LC that picked that one up? I think it was Legion that got the shard because Luna already had her shard.
But Legion had his or her shard as well. So, it's Puck.
Oh, it was Puck.
It's
okay.
Puck. I would have expected it on the IO. But I guess Puck is decent as well for wave clear.
Yeah, and speaking about wave clear, that's Ramsey's whole job at the minute. He's not even too fussed about getting into deep push lanes that Fantastic Five are contesting. He's just solely just trying to split push this one up, put pressure onto the T2 tower on his own. He does have the TPs, so in case anything comes through on the other side of the map, he can respond quickly. But is this just what Ramses has to do at the minute? Just play away from the rest of his team, just find that farm?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're not really gonna defend the tier 2 at this stage, so you might as well get in all the farm that you can.
Yeah.
There's no point trying to defend it. It's just an unnecessary risk.
Okay, well, the group up from Fantastic Five again. They are just sticking together at the minute. They're just trying to play this one safe. Just in case there is any... I mean, they have an Aegis, so, you know, the safe is kind of there anyway for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luna, was that the Satanic finished up? It is, so that's going to be coming out on the courier there for the Luna.
Yeah, it's pushing time.
Pango,
Ooh,
just looking
they
to
almost
split the
caught
weight
Roger there.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
See what
Okay, so
was-
that Satanic gets delivered, but Pasha able to find a courier on the back lines once it was coming back. So little bonuses here for the side of CIS rejects.
Mm-hmm. Maureen actually going for a Gleipnir? What?
Follow
Okay.
up on that.
I mean, he
recall.
has the Maelstrom.
Yeah. Well, to be able to get the
Still
win rift here
a
onto
bit
the week, they have the
unusual.
duel will come through, and that's going to be Mortimer Kisses will complete it. Now, Dara gets the kill onto Roger. They're chasing away, though. Supernova is going to be able to get himself away with the BKB. He looks at the Thunderstrike doing a lot of damage. It's going to be the roll thunder on the backblast now as well. The swashbuckle glimpse back. Supernova is going to be taken down by that shield crash from Ramses in this fight. Where's that chase out? It's going to be the Dream Call onto Ramses. Do they have the follow-up as well? Going to get pretty darn low. The Aegis has gone. Has that Satanic on cooldown for the next 12 seconds as well. So that's a little window here. And the buyback's coming through. Do they have enough damage? Ramses is going to get... Well, he's already taking that reincarnation death. Ramses has to run himself away from this now as well. So Ramses get himself out of the fight. Io is going to get taken away from it with that relocate and leaving Realm on his own. The right click damage, will it be enough? Should be enough with that stacks around from the side of CIS Reject onto Realm, but Realm, he's just threading through these heroes with these glaives bouncing around. It looks like Luna will go down, but not without a fight. Ramses comes back in. Supernova, that will be, I'm pretty sure, a dieback there for the LC.
What an insane fight there. Ramses just constantly running around with 100 HP, trying to find something. And even now, he doesn't have reincarnation. He's like, I want nothing to do with this.
Paladin Sword is there though for him. As he picked it up, it's just still going to be the Mind Breaker on him for now. Fuel Scepter onto the Io. Io's trying to get himself away whatever way he can, but Ramses will still pick up the kill. So, who actually picked up...
Radiant structures are fortified.
Item-wise, who picked up the Paladin Sword?
I don't think in the middle of that team fight, running around with 50 HP, managing his mana and positioning, he was thinking about neutral item efficiency.
Hey, are you telling me that the fight is more important than neutral items?
Nah, not really.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's still there on the steps. No one's noticed it just yet. Okay, well,
It is in a sneaky position.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's pretty easy to miss.
yeah. I used to, because he was farming the creeps anyway, I thought you might have seen it drop, but obviously, yeah, more focus on taking
You
down
gonna
the
find
Ion. Speaking about taking down,
Is under attack.
Pasha just gets that
Oh,
heals
oh,
off.
oh. No.
Yeah, no. Oh, he's going around the other way. Will he see
He was
it?
walking in the direction for a moment and then turn around again. He's like, guys, why do we not have 5 neutral items right now? It doesn't make any sense.
Is that his voice? Have you spent a lot of time in voice chat with Ramses to get that impression just pitch perfect?
I don't think that is his voice. I've never heard him speak normally. It's always screaming, so I'm not sure.
Okay, fair enough. Fantastic Five are starting to group up. Only Dayra that's away from it at the minute. And, well, the smoke comes out from CIS Rejects. They're going to start to move across to the Radiant side of the base swarm. Just in the mid lane onto these creeps. The orb does come through, but doesn't jaunt actually to it. As Maureen in the trees, just just keeping himself hidden. Will actually show to the creeps, and the trap comes out. It's going to be slowed down. Silenced up. The cookie does not actually connect because he's going to be able to face shift out with the Rolling Thunder. Does he want to try and carry on going? They've already had to kill onto the start fire, and now with the static storm kinetic field, 2 easy pickups. CIS rejects.
We do have to note that Luna did find and pick up a Paladin sword.
And that's the key part, is the picking up of the Paladin sword.
Because finding it is easy, right? Just drops, but picking it up?
I mean, it's not like it just drops as well. It drops at your feet. I feel like with Flame Ramses here for something that, you know, it's completely unfair to be going about. He will be moving on to this tier 3 tower on the bottom lane now as well. Realm gets a kill into FNG on the other side of the map, but this is going to be, it looks like a Rax in here for the side of CIS Rejects.
They're trading Rax?
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, they're ahead because they already have the melee Rax 25 health.
Finish it.
Okay. They're going to be able to get the duel comes out the roll, so he's going to be able to go with the Rolling Thunder once again. LC just moves so far into the enemy base. And we have the follow to take down this LC before he can move himself away. Realm to take the tower. The Rolling Thunder will be coming out now as well, and that's going to be a death onto the LC. Dead, no buyback. And they keep the Rax alive. These illusions from the Luna, though, just a bit of a nuisance.
Luna does find a BKB now, which is gonna help with her maneuverability in fights, but it feels like she still just doesn't have enough right now, because CIS Rejects has so many threats. If you ignore either the Wraith King or the TA, they just kill your entire team, and Pango is so annoying, and because of the Weaver, you can't really focus down anyone.
Yeah.
It just feels like Fantastic 5 needs more somehow. Especially the Puck, who just has a Witchblade and an Aghanim Scepter. Thank goodness he didn't go for a Gleipnir. Wait, did he sell the Maelstrom?
It looks like he did.
What?
Yeah. Did he use it to go back for the Axe? Because he already had the Blink, right?
Maybe he just felt desperate? But, oh goodness.
Maybe. I mean, you can see the net worth difference in between the Puck and the TA. It's nearly double.
Maybe he got confused by the new drop-down menu and accidentally dropped it or something?
Potentially. And I mean, Realm's going to chase... I say chase. CIS Rejects are going to opt to back themselves away as Realm is moving up into where they were farming. But there is going to be another 5-man smoke coming out. And CIS Rejects, do they want to try and engage in this? Roche, it's going to be a long one. It's over just under 2.5 minutes, actually. Before that comes back up, the bottom lane for the Radiant side is being pushed in. The Skeletons as well as the creeps that are just going to push, because those are super melee creeps now as well. So the timing is on the side of CIS Rejects if they can keep Fantastic 5 out of the base for the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds to take a quick Roche. Once it comes back up. In fact, they might be able to get a pickup here now as well. High ground. Rolling Thunder comes through. Are they going to be able to take down Dara? The Rolling Thunder connects onto Supernova now as well. The backlines. It's going to be the E-Blade, or at least the Ghost Scepter from the Snapfire, trying to keep himself alive, but Snapfire is going to be the only survivor, it looks like, because the LC does go down. TA.
Oh, goodness.
Mid-fight. But that was a good time lapse to keep the TA alive in these fights, and now Realm has been brought into this. And the back lines, does Io even get himself out? Because he does have a relocate if they really need it to try and keep Realm alive.
I think Realm should be fine. Because Depressed Kid doesn't have a BKB anymore.
Yeah.
So you can control him, and Io has 20 loaded up with charges.
Okay, well, Ramses going to try and chase Realm down. Realm, though, trying to trade hits. Ramses, there's going to be the tether in by the Io. Do they have enough damage to take him down? They're going to be able to get the kill onto the TA now as well. They've taken down FNG already. And it looks like Ramses will pop the reincarnation. A couple more right clicks. Lucent Beam will do the job. They get the trade, though, onto the Io. And Dara, he gets himself back into danger now. Was that Wraith Fire Blast 1 second away? Looking like it's going to be there as well. Yule Scepter can be used, and Dara gives up his life to get Realm away.
Even now, we can see how the TA is still vulnerable, but as I said, there are just too many threats for the rejects. Like, you kill the TA, that's great, but oh, your entire team is now dead.
Yeah, and you can see the blink forwards. There's only the Luna left alive, and CIS rejects. They can definitely get aggressive here. They've got themselves a Heaven's Harvard, as well as the blink forward, in case the Luna gets brave. Speaking about getting brave, he changed his mind. He had the rapier queued up, but he's going to go back for the MKB now.
Give us the rapier.
But yeah, Roche, 34 seconds away. So it's going to be just perfect timing here for the TA to come back and get themselves in if they want to try and take this. Ramses with the overwhelming blink queued up, picked up even. Not even queued up.
Yeah, this Midas is starting to pay off.
We get the Lucent Beam onto Roger. Roger's going to be able to Sakuchi himself away. Does Realm want to carry on chasing here? Nope, just going to dip
Good
into
luck
the pit.
chasing a Weaver. He has an Eon Disc now as well, so it's gonna be really hard to kill him. Even within a duel.
Yeah. And so how do Fantastic Five want to play around on these fights? You know, what's the order of execution they're going to look for on these CIS Rejects heroes?
You just want to make sure that Wraith King doesn't jump your supports.
Yeah.
If your supports survive, you're definitely gonna win the fight, because I don't think either Wraith King or TA can really fight the Luna one-on-one. So as long as the rest of your team survives, in a long fight you're gonna have the edge. So make sure that you don't lose heroes for no reason.
Well, Realm just coming in with the Lucent Beams for now, not actually committing the Eclipse to this fight. Roche down to just above half health. Do they want to try and get aggressive? Ramses is the furthest one forward. It looks like, well, Realm steps into the pit and the trap does get popped, so has to back himself away.
I mean, eventually Roche is gonna die.
Yeah. This is gonna be the
To all
rotation round.
The trap damage and the spirits.
It'll be a slow one, but eventually the Mortimer Kiss is going to be used here now as well, but Aegis will be picked up. Rolling Thunder comes in, but Buckner just gets deleted here. And now the Rolling Thunder, it's going to connect onto Io now as well. Io's in no man's land. One more right click. He does have a Ghost Scepter of his own. Do they have the damage to take him down? They are going to be able to chase and get that kill. And CIS Rejects, they are on the march. Looking for more. Ramses leading the line with the overwhelming blink into the creeps. Realm just in the jungle. Where that Paladin sword does still sit.
On the steps, as it should.
No, he's changed his mind once again. He's only 20 gold away from a rapier here, Realm, if he wants it.
Yeah, he needs one. There we
It's coming
go.
on Courier. So it
Now
looks
the
like
game has officially begun.
Ramses as well as Depressed Kid stepping up to a second lane of racks. Realm's going to stand. Trying to do what he can. The stuns of Depressed Kid now as well. He has that Aegis move. The old one blink comes forward now as well. Realm with that. It was the LC, so it wasn't his own BKB. Ramses going to get pretty darn low from the right clicks from Realm. Ghost Scepter comes out from Dayra. Just trying to get himself back safe. Rolling Thunder is going to be able to change direction. Pasha going to be able to make another move now. The Glimpse comes back onto the Luna. Do they have the lockdown to take him down? I think they're going to be able to get that kill. Well, the reincarnation's already popped, but yeah, Rapier on the deck now. This is going to be a really bad fight for the Fantastic Five. And what can they do to get this away from Ramses? Ramses is just going to be walking himself away or being carried away with a Rapier now. The right clicks, the Ghost Scepter once again onto the Starfire, but Rolling Thunder comes through. The roll up, Ramses gets himself a godlike spree on the back lines. And I think this is going to be, again, CIS Rejects just pick up tier 4s. Do you want to go even further onto this now as well? Depressed Kid just throwing his right clicks out into the fountain. So no Realm for 60 seconds. Fantastic 5. This is going to be a 3 versus 5 defense with an Aegis 3 versus 6. In fact, it might not even be 3 with the Blink here. The Overwhelm and Blink, they clean up the LC. Being forced to buy back, trying to defend, but the Ancient is under so much pressure. You can see Depressed Kid, he's just playing body blocks here with the side of Fantastic 5, just keeping them away. This is going to be an easy cleanup here for CIS Rejects on that Ancient. In fact, it wouldn't be complete without a couple of fountain dives. So yes, they take it in 2.
Yeah. Even with all of the pauses, just too many things to deal with.
Yeah.
For CIS Rejects. I mean,
The
I think the
panel-
draft for Fantastic Five looked a lot better, but ultimately they just couldn't bring it home. I think at some point the momentum of the Luna just kind of fell away, and with Puck really not having the best game and Supernova sitting at 40 dual damage at the end of the game compared to 30 on Ramses and 20 on Depressed Kid, it's not really ideal. The Luna did well, it's just the problem that the rest of his team didn't.
Yeah, and you can see the difference, I guess, in terms of quality. Why CIS Rejects are sitting at the top of the... Well, they're going to be sitting second because they lost a series where Hydra are 3-0. CIS Rejects now go 3-1. So Hydra will be top of the table. CIS Rejects, they're showing why they should be considered to push through onto the Division 1. And Fantastic Five, we've seen some great games come out for them just today, maybe just a little bit off the game. The panel spoke about the first game, you spoke about as well, the first game being down to draft. This second game, was it just a bit more of CIS Rejects quality shining through? Was there anything Fantastic Five could have done differently?
Yeah, I think this game was mostly down to execution. What they could have done differently, I'm not sure. It just felt so rough from the mid game. Like, they kept taking decent fights, but you could just see with the gold graph that every moment that they weren't fighting, they were getting outfarmed. And of course, it's difficult to outfarm a TA and Wraith King with a Midas. I still think that Buck and Legion could have done a better job just pushing the side lanes and making sure that they had enough farm to be relevant in the later game fights. So I think that is where a lot of the trouble lies, because this Luna was very strong, and if the Puck had like 1 or 2 more items and could be a realistic threat to heroes like Disruptor and Weaver, then this would have been a different game entirely.
Yeah, and well, CIS Rejects playing this one absolutely fabulously. I'm going to be taking this series 2-0, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. There is going to be a second series coming up, but for now, we are going to be going to a break.